You are tuning into episode number 50 and also the season finale. Can you believe 50 transformational episodes already? It's been a beautiful journey, and what better note to end it on than an episode about an abundance mindset? You may be wondering what's next. Well, I'll tell you. We will be back next week just with a slightly different format. Season 1 was 2 episodes a week, and we really honed in on our message. Thank you so much for listening and making season 1 amazing. Season 2 will be 1 episode a week. That way we can really focus on improving the quality of the episodes and give our message time to really set in. Give you time to implement some of the modalities that are being taught. We will still bring massive value, transformational stories, and of course, good vibes. Our new air date will be on Wednesdays, and it is going to be magical. We hope you enjoy the season finale, and I will be airing a recap of season 1 on Facebook Watch and YouTube, so definitely look out for that. I will quickly go over a golden nugget from each episode. You don't want to miss it. All right, let's dive into episode number 50, an abundance mindset. Welcome to the Abundance Hack Show, where we are inspiring you to tap into your power to manifest the happiness, success, and fulfillment that you desire. I am your host, Niajae, the Upper Limit Coach. I am here to dismantle your limiting beliefs and remove the blocks so you can confidently live your life's purpose, because life is meant to be abundant. Hey M&Ms, thank you for tuning in to the Abundance Hack Show. What are you manifesting in your life today? I am super excited about today's episode. Today we are diving into an abundance mindset. Now, obviously, this whole entire podcast is about abundance. What abundance means to you, what abundance means to the guests, and what abundance means to me. And so I really wanted to take a moment and dive deep into what an abundance mindset is. So I have some notes today so I stay focused and I don't ramble. According to Wikipedia, Stephen Covey, who is the author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is a phenomenal book, it's a classic, so if you haven't read it, definitely check it out. But basically, he coined the term abundance mindset, meaning a person believes there is enough resources and success to share with others. Before we dive into examples of the characteristics of an abundance mindset, let's first focus on what an abundance mindset is not, which basically is a scarcity mindset. So I actually did a podcast episode on a scarcity mindset. I believe it's episode number 16. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out. But a couple of indicators that you have a scarcity mindset. One, you play the victim. You're constantly blaming others. You're constantly in that woe is me phase. You're constantly feeling bad for yourself and your situation rather than taking action to change it. Number 2 is you're jealous of others. You're constantly looking at the grass on the other side. The grass is greener on the other side, and I call that the grass is greener syndrome. You're constantly focused on what others have, what you don't have, and you're not really focused on your grass. Number 3 is you say things like, I can't afford, I'm broke, I don't have enough, or I don't have enough time. It's a really, really big one. And this means you're focused on what you don't have. You're focused on lack rather than abundance. And you can't see the abundance because you're telling yourself, I don't have it. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I can't do it because. So that is definitely playing the victim role. Another thing is you think that it's as good as it gets. Like, this is it. It's as good as it gets. This is as good as my relationship is ever going to be. This is as good as my career is ever going to be. I just have to accept life the way it is. And to me, that is a form of settling. You've just given up. This is it. And you're not looking at the possibilities of what could be if you took action and applied yourself and applied some energy to the situation. So basically, a scarcity mindset is thinking small, focusing on lack, focusing on resentment. You're fearful of change, you're reactive rather than being proactive, and you're just pessimistic. So that's a scarcity mindset, and We don't want that. If you are listening to this podcast, you are definitely someone that wants to focus on abundance. And the thing about it is, we cannot control our parents' lessons or patterns that were passed down to us, but it's our responsibility to shift them if they're not serving us, okay? So we can't control what our parents told us when we were a kid. For example, my mom used to tell me money doesn't grow on trees. Now, I can't prevent her from saying that, but I can release that belief so it does not block me from tapping into the abundance that I know is there. And a lot of times these beliefs are subconscious and they're deep rooted, so there's a lot of inner work that is required in order to release these beliefs. So basically, an abundance mindset believes the following: we control our reality. So really popular quote, I say it all the time on this podcast, it's 20% what has happened to us and 80% how we react to it. We control our reality by our thoughts and our patterns, because everything that we do contributes to our current situation. So if you are not happy with your current situation, it is up to you to take action in order to improve it. An abundance mindset believes that we're constantly growing and evolving. So this speaks to where I said the people who believe this is as good as it gets. This is as good as it gets. An abundance mindset knows that there's another level of success, there's another level of happiness, there's another level of joy, there's another level of passion, there's another level to everything that we want to experience if we put forth the effort, the energy, and also believe. We have to believe that there is more out there in order for it to appear. Sometimes things are right in front of our face, but because we don't believe it, we don't see it. So really being open to experiencing that next level. An abundance mindset knows that there is more than enough. There is more than enough to go around. And so you don't have to be jealous of someone else's career or money or relationship, because there is an abundance of love. There's an abundance of money. There is more than enough for you, and you to have it. So you don't have to feel threatened, intimidated, or jealous of someone else's success, because there is an abundance of success to go around. An abundance mindset believes that the universe always provides what you need. This is really, really important, because when you start to trust that the universe always provides what you need, you stop worrying. You stop worrying about where your bill money is going to come from. You stop worrying about how will things pan out. You stop worrying about the outcome, because you trust and know that the universe always provides what you need. If you stress about something, that creates resistance, and it actually blocks whatever it is that you need from coming to you, because you're stressed about it and you tense up, and so that creates that resistance in the universe. So what you want to do is relax, breathe through it, and it's natural. Obviously, it's natural to worry about, money if you don't have it, but if you really tap into the energy of abundance, you start to feel like, okay, it's gonna work itself out. And then you start to be solution oriented, to where now you're thinking of things that can be resourceful in a time of need, rather than stressing and worrying and being tense about it. You relax, you just breathe, you let go of the stress and the tension, and a lot of times that clears your mind, so you can actually think of solutions to whatever your problem may be. So really making sure that you are able to quiet the noise. We have so much being thrown at us at a time that it's very easy to get consumed in worry and stress and comparison, but that is why meditation is so powerful, to make sure that you are quieting the noise and really tap into your infinite power. All right, so I have 10 ways that you can adapt an abundance mindset. So number one is becoming aware of your thoughts. This is so powerful. So this is where meditation really comes in. Being aware of your thoughts, like what is your self-talk saying? Journaling is a really good way to write down your thoughts so you can start to take inventory of what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and really start to shift the things that are no longer serving you. And if you're feeling like, I don't have enough, I can't do this, and these are genuine thoughts, you definitely want to find a way to release those negative thoughts and replace it with something positive, proactive, and solution oriented. So number two is practicing gratitude. Gratitude is so powerful. So one of the things that I do, if I'm ever feeling stressed, if I'm ever feeling any sense of lack creeping up, because it happens, the first thing that I do is I get my journal and I write down reasons why I'm abundant or things that I have to be grateful for. And sometimes it's almost instant. Something happens to just shift that energy. Like, well, the gratitude is what shifts the energy, and then I feel like a solution almost happens instantly. It's like really, really amazing how powerful gratitude is, because what it does is it releases that resistance or that feeling of lack, and it taps into abundance. Number three is recognize that there are unlimited possibilities. Unlimited possibilities. But the thing is, we have to see it, we have to believe it, we have to be optimistic, and we have to be open to these possibilities presenting themselves. I'm a firm believer that if something doesn't work out, it was a lesson or it was a redirection to something that's bigger or better. Everything that's removed out of your life is creating space for something bigger and better, but you have to be open to it being better than what you even imagined, because life is abundant, and sometimes the possibilities are beyond what we can even fathom in our mind, but we have to be open to it and we have to believe it. Number four is share your passions and purpose and be proactive. So you definitely want to continue to do things that you're passionate about. I know that sometimes I stop doing things that I'm passionate about, and I have to ask myself, like, I really enjoy this. Why did I ever stop doing this? If it's something that I enjoy, if it's something that raises my vibrations and makes me feel good and sparks creativity. So ask yourself, what are you passionate about that you have stopped doing? That you've stopped doing, because especially as adults, we stop doing things that we enjoy doing because we get so caught up in the monotony of life and paying bills and working that we forget to do things that we actually enjoy. So ask yourself, what am I passionate about doing that I haven't done in a really long time? And I encourage you to add that back to your routine. It's really important that we are doing things on a regular basis that we're passionate about, that we enjoy, that raise our vibrations. And then also you want to make sure that you are tapping into your purpose. And I know a lot of people are searching for their purpose, but it'll come. It'll come, and just quieting that noise. So meditation, I always say it, but meditation is so powerful. If you are seeking some type of answer or guidance, you want to shut off social media and really tap into your inner voice. All right, so number five is have positive self-talk. Our self-talk is everything. Like literally, if you're telling yourself in your mind, I can't afford this, I can't do this, I'm gonna be single forever, this is as good as it gets, the universe is like, okay, what you think about, you bring about. So I believe in a law of attraction. The law of attraction is real, whether you believe it or not. And if you are constantly beating yourself up in your mind, your life is going to reflect that. So be kind to yourself. Have self-compassion. And that's something I had to work on, because I'm super hard on myself. But I had to just be gentle with myself, forgive myself for mistakes, and not being where I think I should be at a certain time or age. And to dive a little bit into that, I think that a lot of our expectations are according to social norms or or some type of validation that we're seeking, or comparing ourselves to what society says we should be doing at a specific age. So with me being so hard on myself and feeling like I should be further along by this age or by this time, that was me comparing myself to what standard someone else or society or social norms set for me. And I had to really ask myself, what do I feel? And without needing the validation of anyone else, how do I feel about where I am, and trusting that where you are in this very moment is exactly where you are meant to be. And I had to constantly remind myself of that. So it's really important that you be gentle with yourself and practice self-compassion. Number 6 is focus on self-development. So obviously, if you're listening to this podcast, you are into personal growth and self-development, because this is what it's all about. It's about releasing the limiting beliefs, dismantling the limiting beliefs and the blocks that are standing in our way, because that is what stands in our way of having the abundant life that we desire is our mindset. It's our own blocks that we've put in front of us. And if you can release them and adapt an abundance mindset, just think about how your life and your situation will change. Are you using crystals to accelerate your manifestation? Every month, Abundance Box is sending you new authentic crystals, therapeutic grade essential oils, and more goodies to help you cleanse energy, raise your vibrations, and tap into abundance, along with affirmations and a supportive community. For more information, go to abundancehack.com/box. And remember, life is meant to be abundant. I tell my story all the time, but just in case you're tuning in for the first time, my situation is evidence what is possible if you apply yourself to changing your situation. I was born in the Bronx, New York, single mom. My mom told me, your dad doesn't want you. So I grew up most of my life feeling unwanted, unloved, feeling like an inconvenience. And I had to work through that. I had to work through that and say, you know what? This is not my story. This is not my story, and I am going to create a better life for myself. So started businesses when no one in my family owns a business, traveled the world when no one in my family ever left the United States, and I've created this beautiful, magical life for myself. But it took a lot of inner work, not playing a victim, not feeling bad for myself, not feeling like a person like me can't have a life like this. I said, no, I deserve this, because life is meant to be abundant, and I've been able to manifest and create it. So sharing my story is just evidence that it is possible. There wasn't anything special about me that the next person couldn't do if they applied themselves and did the inner work. So being committed to being the best version of yourself and living to your full potential every single day. I strive to be better than what I was yesterday. And I'm not comparing myself to other people and other people's lives. And sometimes I have to remind myself, every now and then I see someone getting married on social media or having a baby, and I'm just like, because my life is different. But it's important that we focus on where we are and know that where we are is exactly where we're meant to be. So in times like that, it's a perfect time to meditate. It's a perfect time to get out your journal and write down, 10 or more things. Sometimes I try to fill a whole entire paper of reasons why I'm grateful and reasons why I feel abundant. And that exercise is so extremely powerful. It's so extremely powerful. And the more you value where you are, your worth, your gifts, and what you bring to this world, the less you feel the need to ever compare yourself to anyone else or anyone else's life. So working on being the best version of you and living to your full potential. Number 7 is being open to learning more. Now, the person who feels like they know it all, that is definitely not an abundance mindset, because there's always another level of growth and evolving and stepping into a higher level of consciousness. Even if you feel like you are a master at any type of skill, let's say playing a piano. There's always ways to get better. So mastery is amazing. It's definitely something to strive for, but there's always more that you can learn and always more that you can experience. Number 8 is being optimistic. Our attitude towards life is everything. It's everything. If you walk around grumpy with an attitude and just always complaining, life is gonna seem pretty dark and dull. And if you walk around happy and joyful and pleasant, you're going to attract happy, joyful, and pleasant things to you. So being optimistic, knowing that everything always works out exactly how it's supposed to, and even in negative situations, trying to find the good in everything, trying to find the lesson in everything. So when things don't work out the way I want them to, I ask myself, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? What can I take from this? How can I be better the next time around? So when things, obviously unfortunate things happen in life, but still trying to maintain as high of a vibration as possible, because there's some things that just happen that, you're gonna get upset about, you're gonna be sad about, or potentially worry about, but trying to maintain as high of a vibration that's possible, because worry and lack and guilt and resentment, those are really low vibrations. Our bodies definitely show signs of those low vibrations. Illness, a lot of illness is caused from stress and worry. And if we don't try to maintain those high vibrations and we stay in that low vibrational space and that low frequency for too long, that's when the physical ailments start to present themselves. So trying to maintain high vibrations, and you're not going to be like all the way up here all the time, but trying to prevent yourself from going too low into that dark space. And it's really easy to go down a rabbit hole, but the more you work on being bulletproof, I like to call it being bulletproof, the more you protect your energy and become bulletproof, the less you'll ever reach those super low vibrations. Number 9 is listen and say abundance affirmations. Listen to or say abundance affirmations. So affirmations are really, really powerful. Now, if you have a negative mindset or a scarcity mindset, can you just listen to positive affirmations and poof, it's like magic, you're all fixed and you have an abundance mindset? No, that's not how it works. However, it will start to reprogram your subconscious. But the key is to believe it. You can listen to something all day, but if you don't believe it, then it's not going to change anything. However, the more you listen to it, the more your subconscious will store it, the more you will start to believe it. Now, on the flip side, I want to say be careful of who you surround yourself with and who you're listening to, because the same way it works on a positive end, it also works on the negative end. So if you have people in your life that are constantly saying negative things and you have a positive mindset, your subconscious is still storing that information. So if you have to distance yourself from people that are negative and constantly saying, you can't do this, or you'll never have that, or you shouldn't do this, then that will affect you. So you don't want any signs or traces of limitations. Don't let people rub their limitations off on you, and make sure that you are listening or reading something constantly that is reaffirming that the universe always provides everything that you need, reaffirming that there is an abundance of success and love and money out here. It's important that you tell yourself that every single day to make sure that you are fully believing that, because that is what is going to manifest into your reality. Number 10 is think even bigger. Think even bigger. So my life has been quite interesting. Anytime something hasn't worked out, or there was some type of hiccup, and I'm just like, why is this happening? it always has redirected me to something even bigger and better than what I imagined. But it is because I focus on maintaining positive energy and maintaining high vibrations. And it's work. Let me just tell you, it's work, because obviously there's things in life that challenge us, there's things in life that push our buttons, but we have to consciously make the effort to be positive, to vibrate high. And when I look back at situations that have happened and there was some type of hiccup, it was the universe redirecting me to something even bigger and better than what I initially planned. So be open to it being better than you ever imagined. Be open to going with the flow and releasing the resistance, so you can allow the universe to guide you to what you truly want. One thing that I said recently is when you commit to feeling a certain type of way, the universe will shift to make that a reality. Sometimes we get so attached to a specific goal that we tense up and we cause resistance in the vortex or in the universe or in our lives, however you want to put it, and it prevents the beauty that the universe has waiting for us from ever happening. So let's just say, and I'm just going to give you a random example. Let's say you were looking for a new job, or like if you're an entrepreneur, maybe like a new client, and you had your mind and heart set on a specific job or a specific client, and that client didn't work out. But instead of getting upset and lowering your vibrations and huffing and puffing over it, what if you said, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to maintain this high vibration. I am going to maintain my positive energy. And then before you know it, there's going to be another job opportunity or another client that's probably better fit for you, your vibration, than what you wanted initially. So let me know if that makes sense. But a lot of our goals, we have to be a vibrational match. So like, let's just say the universe has like this amazing thing just waiting for you. Like you have this like whatever situation you want, and it's just like all yummy and amazing. It's just waiting here for you, but you have to be a vibrational match for it. So there's always going to be bumps in the road. So let's just say this is you on the way to it, and then you reach a bump in the road, and then you're just like, ugh, life, FML. And now that lowers your vibration, which gets you further away from this beautiful, magical, yummy thing. So the important thing is to continue to maintain positive and high vibrations, so you can work your way up to this beautiful, magical, yummy thing. Now, there's some people that never experience that beautiful, magical, yummy thing because they believe all of the limiting beliefs that life piles on you. Life piles all type of stuff on you. Like when you were a kid, you wanted to be an astronaut, and then you know, something told you, no, you can't do that. No, your parents said, no, I can't send you to this school because we don't have enough money. No, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. Then you failed a test and your teacher said, you're not good at math. So like it piles all of this shit on top of you that now makes you feel like this beautiful, magical, yummy thing is not possible. So a lot of what I want to do with this podcast is peel back all of that shit that life piled on top of you and tell you that that beautiful, yummy thing that you want is totally, totally possible. But you have to raise your vibrations and be able to step into it. And that requires doing the inner work to break all of the negative patterns and the limiting beliefs and the blocks, and know that it is a possibility. Believe that it is a possibility, and raise your vibrations enough to where you can meet it. And life will tell you it's not possible. People tell you all the time, you can't have it all. You can't have a partner that has this, 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 and this. You're not going to be able to start a business. Business is risky, this and that. I mean, life will literally talk you out of your dreams and your goals, but you cannot allow that to happen. You have to peel back all those layers of crap that life is trying to pile on you. All right, so to wrap it up, you want to take inventory of your thoughts, and you want to take inventory of your beliefs, both conscious and subconscious. And sometimes our subconscious beliefs are a little deeper. It's a little harder to reach them. You got to do a little more digging, or sometimes a lot more digging, because we've suppressed things so much that it requires a lot of layers to peel back in order to get to it. And sometimes that work is not pretty, but it is a beautiful, beautiful process to see what comes out on the other side, because there is that beautiful, yummy, magical life waiting for it, waiting for you to step into it. So your dream business, your dream relationship, your dream life is waiting for you to peel all the shit back and step into why you were here, step into your purpose, step into your power, and enjoy life. One thing I want to say is there's a lot of people that feel like, and I felt this way for a really long time, a lot of people feel like living your purpose is a struggle, or living your purpose, like, I'm not meant to make money off of my gifts. Like, we are all sent here with gifts. Everybody's gift is different, everyone's journey is different, and sometimes people feel like I can't make money from my gift, and that is a scarcity mindset. The universe did not send you here, or whatever higher being, if you believe in God didn't send you here to just be a vessel and then be broke and struggle and then that's it. Okay, thanks, you did your job, like, poof, goodbye. No, that's not how it works. Life is meant to be abundant, but that is adapting that abundance mindset. If you feel like, oh, if I live my gift, or if I live my purpose, I'm gonna struggle, or I'm gonna be broke, that is what you're going to attract to you. So you have to shift that belief system and know that, yeah, you're gonna have to do some inner work. It's going to challenge you, because that's what purposes do. They challenge you because you have to step into your power. You have to raise your vibration and be a vibrational match to the abundance that is meant for you. So before I close it out, I want to share a crystal with you that definitely helps with an abundance mindset. So the crystal is a pyrite. Now I have two on. Well, I have two bracelets on, and I have a pyrite cluster. So the bracelet, if you're listening on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, definitely tune into the video so you can check out the bracelet. But the pyrite bracelet, so it's really pretty. And this is one that's really good for guys. So I have a little thin beaded one that I like the small beads because I have a really tiny wrist, but the bigger beads, it's one that's really good for guys to wear as well. So this is a crystal that attracts abundance. It's a crystal that attracts an abundant mindset to make you open and receptive to wealth, luck, just all of the abundance that you're trying to attract to you. So here is the cluster. So it's kind of like a really dark goldish color, and they call it the fool's gold. Like, that's the little nickname that they give it, fool's gold. But it's really good for financial wealth, financial abundance, and just having an abundance mindset. Because a lot of times people, when they really tap into it and they really try to tap into the law of attraction, they say stuff like they received checks in the mail, or they found money on the ground, or someone just sent them a gift, someone paid for their coffee. Stuff like this happens, but you have to be open to it. You have to be receptive to it. So pyrite is a crystal that's really, really good for that. All right, M&Ms, that is my message for today. Make sure you are digging deep to remove all of the scarcity mindset, thought patterns that life has tried to pile on you, and you are tapping into an abundance mindset, because life is meant to be abundant. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Feel free to email me at connect@abundancehack.com. Feedback, questions. If you have ever used a pyrite crystal, I definitely want to hear your story. And until next time, love and light. Thank you for tuning in to the Abundance Hack Show. I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our yummy episodes. Every time you leave a 5-star rating or review, I do my happy dance.